dear students, wish you all a very good day. Intermediate second year, study skills and communication skills. So in study skills and communication skills, one of the topic, note making. Already last class we had learned to note making. So what is note making? Note making is not just about write down everything you hear and read. You hear or read. Then it is a process of reviewing, connecting and synthesizing idea from your lectures and ideas. Principles. Avoid using long sentence and heading or title. Second one, never lose the main idea of the passage. Second one, ignore information which is less important and be brief, clear and specific. Use proper intention. Use logical sequencing. Leave no space to avoid confusion. So, it is the principles. Now I am reading one paragraph. Listen, understand and how to make note making main points in the paragraph. First one, start. I have noticed that greatest problem facing public schools is large class size. For the past 3 years, certain circumstances have allowed me to attend smaller classes in English and history. Comparing the former experience with my current situation, in which my English class is comprised of more than 40 students, the advantage of smaller classes became really apparent in my current English class. Effective teaching and learning have been sacrificed to the administrative advantage of fewer classes holding greater number of students. Although in terms of test scores the class has been deemed successful, students' participation in such a large class is limited to a select few. Individually conference with the teachers and hard to get due to the sheer number of students and paper take week to get graded. In smaller classes, however, it has been the experience that all students participate classes are more focused and on task, and the teachers develop a closer relationship to the students. These factors allow students to learn and develop their abilities. They also allow teachers effectively predict their students' work. Moreover, in small classes, students can develop a working relationship with one another. You understand? Again I repeat. Slowly I read. Please listen. I have noticed that the greatest problem facing public school in large class size. For the past 3 years, certain circumstances have allowed me to attend smaller classes in English and history. Comparing the former experience with my current situation, in which my English class is comprised of more than 40 students, the advantage of smaller classes became really apparent in my current English classes. Effective teaching and learning have become sacrificed to the administrative advantage of fewer classes holding great number of students. Although in terms of test scores the class has been deemed successful, students' participation in such a large class is limited to a select few. Individual conference with the teachers are hard to get due to the sheer number of students and paper take week to get graded. The smaller classes, however, it has been the experience that all students participate, classes are more focused and on task. and the teachers develop a closer relationship to the students. These factors allow students to learn and develop their abilities. They also allow teachers to effectively critique their students' work. Moreover, in small classes, students can develop working relationship with one another. So, in the given some sentence paragraph, you make an important points and should be understanding and very brief information. In the paragraph, public school and private school. Public school in large class, small classes. Large class, use of teaching disadvantage. Small class, teach the lessons more advantage. Here, more class and large class. Advantage, disadvantage, we have to find here. So first, you should understand the paragraph. There said about large class, student-teacher relation and your abilities, how to learn and interaction. It is education. So there is a public school in large classroom, students moreover. So then here find out. First, divide into two parts. First part is small class and second part is large class. One part divided two. Here small class in the large class. Just if you have to give a few lines, few sentences, followed sequential order, more information, brief, clearly specific. Just not mention heading, just given an important titles. That's enough. So here small class, here large class. Small class advantage. Effective learning and teaching. Small class is advantage, effective teaching and learning. And in the large class, what is this? Administrative convenience, fewer class holding greater number of students. Large class grades more students, but only one teacher. Teach to lesson all are equal, but students are not followed to discipline. Students are not listen lesson. But small class, effective teaching and effective learning. So in the administrative convenience, fewer classes holding greater than number of students in large class. Now come to small class. Small class, student participation all. So very few students, approximately 40 students in each class. So participated to all programs. Everybody has participated, not holding. So large class is student participation of only selected. So who is participated? Somebody students has raising hands. So very more approximately 50 or more 100 students asking who is participated in there. Somebody has raised the hand. But very few students, 40 members, all are participating. So smaller, all students are participation in small class. Large classes, selected students only participated. And PowerPoint in small class. Individually conference with teacher, easy to get. Small class, individually conference with teacher, easy to get. And large class, third point, conference with teacher, hard to get. Conference means teach the lessons and set to important. So somebody has here not set to answer. So little bit small class, individual conference with teacher, easy to get, very easy conduct conference and ask the doubts debates there. And fourth one point is small class. Teacher critique to students perform effective. So teachers asking some students, your poor performance, please develop your study, develop your skills. That's why he has accepted. So more large class, grading of test papers take a long time. Paper distribution, killing of more time, but asking to abilities. So that's why it here grading of test papers take a long time. Then fifth one, in small class, teacher gets close to students. Small class, teacher gets close to students. Large class in point, no such close relation. So 100 students, no closeness, no relationship. But small class, close to relationship teacher. Then fifth one, in small class, students develop their individual abilities. In small class, students develop their individual abilities in small class. And large class, not much scope for development of skills. In the large class, there is no development in individual qualities, individual abilities. And small class point, classes are more focused on task. Classes are more focused and on task in small class. So everybody is asking, teacher, you have to done your homework, say answer, right or wrong. But more class asking to somebody. If you have to done your homework, somebody raise hands. And I done. So some few students are quite silent. So that's why disadvantage in large class, advantage in small class. Then last one point in small class. Classes working relationship among students. So small class, teacher and students, working relationship among the students only. Then large class, limited scope for such relationship. Small class is working relationship among the teacher and students. Everybody is inquired, asked, so they did not do work. Teacher is will be punished the student. But here large class, limited scope. Somebody limited, very few students said, I have done my work. So remaining all are not done work. So that will be, teacher is not focused to work, focused on punishment. So that will be here indicated to use of small class conducted advantage, use of large class disadvantage. So how to make note making? They are giving large paragraph, but we have to select in main theme indicated to start re-paragraph, re-indentation. We have used to re-indentation. Very few sentence has presented, but it gives us clearly brief and specific information. Thank you, students. Next class we have to learn to another one topic in note making.